brought to you by wonderful Florida oranges and grapefruit. Fresh frozen concentrate, canned full strength, and chilled orange juice. All with the natural vitamin C you need every day. And now, let's all play What's My Line?
And now let's meet our award-winning panel of What's My Line. First, the delightful star of stage and television, Miss Arlene Francis.
And now a gentleman who has endeared himself to millions as that Western fellow Paladin in Have Gun Will Travel, and has acquired a whole new audience because of his marvelous dramatic performance on Monday night in the Faulkner drama, Mr. Richard Boone.
Thank you, Arlene. And now here is the charming, talented, and most versatile actress, Miss Betty White.
And there's only one thing that's more fun than reading the surfboard column in this week's magazine, and that's sitting next to the author himself, who writes under the name of Bennett Cerf.
Betty, we miss our Dorothy. We hope she may get back next week. Meanwhile, here's our dazzlingly brilliant, if slightly misleading, John Charles Daly.
I knew that rest at Jamaica would do Bennett a lot of good. Imagine him calling me dazzling and brilliant all in one evening. It's too much. It's nice to have an old colleague of mine, Dick Boone. Many years ago once, I tried a little bit of acting, and if it hadn't been for such splendid actors and such talented people as Dick Boone, I probably would have been run out of the country. We did Front Page together briefly. Do you remember it, Richard?
Very well, and that's not true, John. You were excellent.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
It was a bitter, sardonic man, and typecasting, if ever I saw.
I played a newspaper editor, and I thought I was pretty good, but I found some kinescopes about 5 years later. Well, we all have those experiences. And, Miss Betty, it's nice to have you back with us again. All this pleasant badinage to the contrary notwithstanding, we shall try to bust all your heads in tonight. We'll also have a famous mystery guest before the panel a little bit later in the show, and we'll meet our first challenger after this word. And now let's meet our first contestant. Will you come in and sign in, please? Right there. Richard Hanley. Right, sir? Where are you from, Mr. Hanley?
Los Angeles.
You're from Los Angeles?
I'm in New York now.
You're living in New York, but you're from Los Angeles. May I present our panel? Mr. Hanley, will you join me over here? Do you know how we keep score, Mr. Hanley? In that event, we'll let this good, enthusiastic audience in our theater and those who are viewing at home know exactly what your line is. All right, panel, Mr. Hanley is salaried, and let's begin the general questioning with Arlene Francis.
Do you work for a profit-making organization, Mr. Hanley?
There's the understatement.
Oh, crazy. You get a lot of money for it, huh? Does money change hands directly with you in your business, Mr. Hanley?
That's 1 down and 9 to go. Mr. Boone.
Do you deal in services rather than with a product? You do deal with services. Do people come to you for the service?
Sometimes.
You could also perform your service by going to them?
Yes.
Do you touch the people for whom you perform the service?
No.
2 down and 8 to go. Miss White.
Can both men and women avail themselves of your services,
Yes.
Mr. Hanley? Can children avail themselves of your services?
Not very well. Or should they? Or could they?
Well, I think, with your permission, to be completely fair, it is not impossible that it would happen, but it's unlikely, so you may proceed, Miss White.
If you, do you carry anything with you in the way of special equipment when you go to them, for example?
No. No, I wouldn't think so. 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Sir.
Mr. Hanley, the laughter of the audience makes me wonder whether you have anything whatever to do with betting of any kind.
No.
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Miss Francis.
Do you work indoors, Mr. Hanley?
Sometimes.
You can do it both ways?
Yes.
That's nice. Is there anything in what you do that is associated in any way with the entertainment business?
Yes.
Are you, rather than a performer, a man behind the scenes?
That's right.
Do you have anything to do with the television industry?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Boone.
Does your work concern itself with the appearance of the people for whom you render the service?
No.
No.
6 down and 4 to go, Miss White.
Does your work have anything to do with money? Actually, money itself?
No, not necessarily.
No, I wouldn't think so, Miss Betty. We'd mislead you so if we gave you an affirmative answer there that you'd dislike me for the rest of the week, and I couldn't stand that, so no. 7 down and 3 to go, Mr. Sir.
Mr. Hanley, we've eliminated television.
Yes.
We did, yes, we did. But it is the entertainment industry.
Yes.
Is it either legitimate theater or motion pictures that you're connected with?
Let's on our
Now, what did you say that you're connected with?
Either legitimate theater, well, that he's involved with.
That he's involved
or
with.
motion pictures.
Yes.
motion picture.
Yeah, just say.
Oh, did you? Thank you, Mr. Hanley. Is it motion pictures?
Yes.
Very good, Mr. Sir.
That was very nice of you. I would have had a guess.
And that's a profit-making organization.
Not these days.
You haven't been home lately.
Mr. Hanley, have you got anything, are you concerned in any way with this current strike of the actors and writers?
No.
No. That's 8 down and 2 to go, Miss Francis.
Do you have anything to do with the promotion of a motion picture?
No.
9 down and 1 to go, Mr. Boone.
Are you concerned with the design of a motion picture?
No.
No. 10 down and no more to go.
Boone? Has he got something to do with Dick Boone's show?
That's a profit-making organization.
Bennett, I wish it had been your turn to
It's
ask the
wrong
question
anyway.
because it's wrong. Now, actually, this was very tricky, and I thought for a minute you might begin to get in the general direction. Mr. Hanley is Elizabeth Taylor's secretary and has been for some years. Which was why you got that wonderful laugh about the profit-making organization, you see.
I'd like to hear about the favorite letter that you've taken, Mr. Hanley.
I wish I could tell you, Miss Francis.
Now, this, three things: secretaries, lawyers, and clergymen. Can't talk. Can't talk at all.
You're so right.
Mr. Hanley, thank you. It's been fun having you with us, and what's my line? Will you say good night to the family? Well, it was a pleasure, panel. Start the program this way. Let's see what we can't... Nice having you here, Dick, and those old years of friendship mean a lot.
As a matter of fact, John...
I hope you have your bandages with you tonight.
As a matter of fact, Mr. Hanley did have something to do with the strike because Elizabeth Taylor had to stop making Butterfield 8 because of the strike, and therefore Mr. Hanley is no longer in New York with her.
And not only that, but if he's Miss Taylor's secretary, he has something to do with money.
We have a revolt on our hands. I hope Mr. Cerf is comforted by the extension of this tenuous little argument that he threw out. And, Miss White, do you really think Elizabeth Taylor's secretary would ever have to handle money?
No.
No. Check. Money never. All right, that's what we can...